Chronic agreeableness is often mistaken for kindness, but there's a crucial difference that's easy to overlook. True kindness is intentional and comes from a place of inner strength, not from a need to be liked or accepted at any cost. When you act out of genuine care, you honor both yourself and others. Kindness is a conscious choice, rooted in self-respect, not fear or insecurity. The doormat effect, on the other hand, is about compulsively saying yes, smoothing over conflict, and putting everyone else's needs before your own. It's the habit of erasing your own needs and desires just to avoid rejection or disapproval, even when it hurts you. This isn't true generosity. It's self-sacrifice in exchange for a sense of belonging or simply to keep the peace. People-pleasing is driven by anxiety and the fear of being disliked, not by authentic care or compassion. Each act of self-betrayal chips away at your identity, leaving you feeling invisible, unheard, and disconnected from your own life. The difference lies in motivation. Are you giving from a place of wholeness and abundance, or from fear that your real self isn't enough, and that you must earn love or approval by pleasing others? Authentic kindness energizes and uplifts you. Compulsive compliance, on the other hand, drains your spirit and breeds resentment over time. Recognizing this distinction is the first step to breaking the cycle and reclaiming your sense of self-worth. It means looking past the performance of niceness and bravely confronting the fear and insecurity that lie beneath the surface. Ask yourself, are you truly connecting with others, or are you slowly erasing yourself to fit in? Only by facing this truth with honesty and courage can you begin to reclaim your sense of self and build authentic relationships. The journey starts with honest self-reflection and the willingness to choose yourself one step at a time. People-pleasing isn't innate, it's learned often in childhood. When love is conditional, children adapt by becoming hyper-attuned to others' needs, suppressing their own. Compliance becomes a survival strategy, not a choice. This adaptation, while necessary in childhood, becomes a burden in adulthood. Adults who learn to earn love by pleasing others carry this pattern into every relationship. Saying no feels dangerous, as if it risks losing connection. The tragedy. What once kept you safe now keeps you trapped, exhausted, and unseen. Breaking free means realizing your worth isn't tied to self-sacrifice. Excessive compliance is often a trauma response known as fawn. When fighting or fleeing isn't possible, children learn to appease to survive. This instinct becomes automatic. Adults with a fawn response apologize excessively, take on others' emotions, and lose touch with their own needs. Chronic self-sacrifice leads to anxiety, exhaustion, and a weak sense of identity. The fawn response is not weakness, it's resilience in the face of adversity. But what once protected you now imprisons you. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to change. With awareness and practice, you can unlearn it. Freedom begins with understanding your reactions are scars, not flaws. The cost of chronic compliance is steep: resentment, burnout, and a fading sense of self. Every time you say yes against your will, resentment grows. Over time, you feel unappreciated and angry at those you try to please. Burnout follows: emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion. Your passions fade, relationships feel burdensome, and your body may protest with illness. Most devastating is the loss of identity. You forget who you are beyond being helpful. Self-betrayal happens in small moments, but together, they erase your authenticity. The result: a hollow, inauthentic life, surrounded by people you've sacrificed yourself to keep. True connection requires reclaiming your own voice. The paradox of chronic compliance is that the more you erase yourself, the less respect you receive. Endless agreeableness teaches others your needs don't matter. Without boundaries, people, often unintentionally, take advantage. Your time, opinions, and emotional labor become expected, not valued. Self-sacrifice signals low self-worth, making it easier for others to devalue you. People respect those who respect themselves. Healthy boundaries communicate self-possession and invite genuine connection. Without limits, you become a convenience, not an equal. To be valued, you must first value yourself. Respect starts with the courage to take up space. Chronic givers and takers are drawn to each other in a dysfunctional dance. People pleasers attract those who exploit generosity, seeking validation without reciprocation. Takers thrive where boundaries are weak. Givers ignore warning signs, mistaking neediness for love. The cycle is fueled by hope and intermittent praise, trapping the giver in disappointment. For givers, this dynamic often mirrors childhood patterns of conditional love. Breaking free means recognizing that being needed isn't true connection. It's a warning sign. Value must come from within, not from external approval. Awareness is the first step to healthier relationships. Recovery from chronic compliance begins with embracing discomfort. It's about stepping into the unknown, even when every instinct tells you to stay safe and small. Growth always starts at the edge of your comfort zone, where things feel uncertain and new. Saying no, stating your needs, or letting others be disappointed will feel unnatural and frightening at first. You might worry about being judged, rejected, or misunderstood, and that's completely normal. This discomfort signals growth, not failure. It's a sign that you're moving beyond old patterns and making space for something healthier. Learn to sit with the anxiety of not pleasing everyone. Notice the urge to fix, to smooth things over, and let it pass without acting on it. You are not responsible for managing others' emotions, only your own truth. Your worth isn't measured by how comfortable you make others feel. Building self-respect is like strengthening a muscle. It's shaky at first, but grows with practice. Each repetition makes you stronger and more confident in your boundaries. Start small. Set boundaries in low-stakes situations. Practice saying no or expressing your preferences in everyday moments. Each act of self-assertion teaches your nervous system that you can survive disapproval. Over time, your body learns that discomfort is not danger. The world doesn't end when you prioritize yourself. In fact, it often opens up in new and unexpected ways. These small steps are the foundation of freedom. Each one builds your confidence and your sense of self. The discomfort is temporary. The self-respect is lasting. With time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature. Change is uncomfortable, but necessary. Every step forward is a testament to your courage and your commitment to yourself. This is the beginning of reclaiming your life. Embrace the discomfort and watch as you grow into the person you were always meant to be. Once you learn to tolerate discomfort, you open the door to real growth. Discomfort is often a sign that something important is happening, a signal that you're stepping outside your comfort zone and into a space where change is possible. The next step is defining and asserting your personal boundaries. Think of boundaries as invisible lines that help you protect your well-being and sense of self. Boundaries aren't walls, they're clear lines that protect your time, energy, and values. Healthy relationships require them because they allow you to show up authentically and prevent resentment from building up over time. Notice when you feel resentful, overwhelmed, or drained. These emotions are often clues that a boundary is being crossed or ignored. These are signals a boundary is needed. Listen to them, and don't dismiss your own needs. Assert limits with clarity and I statements, not aggression. For example, say, "I need some quiet time right now," instead of blaming or criticizing. "That doesn't work for me." is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify or over-explain your boundaries. Expect pushback. People may test your new limits, especially if they're used to you always saying yes or putting their needs first. Hold the line calmly and consistently. Over time, others will learn to respect your boundaries as you reinforce them. If you let boundaries be crossed, you risk losing your sense of self and feeling powerless in your own life. You teach others your words don't matter. Consistent enforcement commands respect and builds trust in your relationships. This is the art of honoring yourself and inviting others to do the same. When you assert your boundaries, you create space for deeper connection and mutual respect. The goal isn't just to say no, but to reclaim your lost self. Shift your validation from others to your own inner core. Inner strength is quiet self-possession, not bravado. Reconnect with your true thoughts, feelings, and desires, apart from others' expectations. Listen to your own voice, even if it's faint at first. As you build this connection, external approval loses its grip. Criticism no longer shatters you. Praise no longer defines you. Genuine confidence comes from honoring your truth. Breaking free from the doormat effect is an act of self-love and courage. On the other side lies a life of authenticity, integrity, and quiet strength.